Hello dears, and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Ana, where we share with you a lot of interesting and useful information about Spain in general and Benidorm town as it is. Today we are on the lovely beach here in Albania, and we are here today to talk about the latest news update from Spain and Benidorm's town. There's quite a lot to talk about, so make sure you stay up until the end of the video. First of all, I wanted to say that everything is fine in here. We are really extremely busy these days, and there are some major changes in Benidorm concerning the shopping mall. This is something that I've been showing to you last winter, probably, if I'm not wrong. I'm going to be putting you a link here in the comment down below. We were on the exact spot where the Benidorm shopping center should be launched. However, it wasn't the case. Back in 2017 they started the project, but due to numerous reasons plus the pandemics in the middle, they've decided to stop. And Benidorm's municipal hall also denied a few permits and licenses because they do not want to maxify, the shopping experience in Benidorm, which I did not know back then, and it's really strange, but it is how it is. Right now, finally, they've given all the permissions necessary. The road has been changed as well to accommodate the new shopping center, and it's quite probable that by 2024, so in 2 years, the new shopping mall of Benidorm will be taking place here in the zone and will be officially open for tourists and locals. What this will mean, this might not be really good for the Finisterre shopping center La Marina, which we all know and love, and a lot of you I know visit that shopping mall. It's basically 2 minutes away from Benidorm. Yes, it's not in Benidorm as it is, but it's basically there. You know, there is a train, a tram that goes there. There is a bus that goes there from Benidorm, and it's kind of in Benidorm. You know, all people go there from the zone. What point it makes to have another shopping mall, which is huge, massive, new shopping center, 5 minutes, even 3 minutes from the other one? You know, they're basically in the same area. The only positive thing about this new shopping mall will be that it will probably have free electric transport from Benidorm city center to connect it with the shopping mall. So both tourists and locals will be able to move for free without paying anything at all extra between the center and the shopping mall whenever they want to go and buy something in there, which is amazing news. There is no such transport going to Finisterre so far, so this might make a difference. But to be honest with you, I'm not too sure if in such a small area as ours is, comparing to like a big city like Alicante, for example, I'm not too sure if it makes sense to have two shopping malls so close nearby, unless they will have totally different shops in them. For example, this new one might have Primark, which this old one doesn't have, or like Lefties, or in other shops that one is lacking. So then, yes, then people might visit it. But two shopping malls with exact same shops, I don't think personally it's going to work here in the zone. But if it's going to have free transport, then I'm on it 100%. The second news that I wanted to share with you all is about the tourism here in Benidorm. What is happening right now, and in general in Spain, what is happening with tourism sector? Tourism is not afraid at all. The inflation, the rise of prices, the negative news, nothing negative is happening right now with tourism. We are fully booked right now. Not only Benidorm, Valencian community is around 92% booked, and the same in Benidorm. A lot of the hotels have boards saying fully booked right now during these upcoming few weeks. Even here, Albir, this lovely small village, is really full. You can see in the beach, especially on a weekend, there's a lot of people, families with children, couples as well. It's extremely busy during these next couple of weeks. And this period right now is the most expensive because it's August, but it's also the most expensive in history of traveling, almost since the records exist, due to the inflation cost, due to the cost of, flight rise, all the bars, restaurants, food, hotels have increased prices just a little bit. Although I must say that according to the national statistics, Benidorm is one of the few places that did not rise the prices, even lower them down a tiny bit comparing to the previous year or so. So it's not as expensive as in Benidorm as it might be in other regions in Spain, which is a truly positive news for those who love coming to our sunny, beautiful area of Benidorm and Alicante. The next most common question is, are British coming less right now to our zone, or if it's not the case, if they're coming as usual? To be honest with you, August is a month when slightly less British are coming, but it has nothing to do with what you might think. It has nothing to do with the negative news. It's just for British people, it's really warm in here, and not a lot of them can actually cope with these extreme temperatures that we used to have the first weeks of August. And they just either come earlier, like July latest, or people are coming, for yourselves, I'm sure, for a lot of people that or coming starting from last week of August, beginning of September, which is when temperatures are mild. It's still really warm on midday, but it's not as hot, first thing in the morning and in the evening, so you can enjoy your outside quality time way more than you could have done first weeks of August. Nevertheless, 50% of all tourists right now here in Benidorm are foreign tourists from abroad, not national ones. And out of those, approximately 27 to 30% are British tourists from UK, which is really nice to know. Portuguese are also coming quite a lot right now, I must say, and French people. But it's something that's happening the last couple of weeks of August every single year, so we're kind of used to it. As well as national tourism has increased. But there is no major change whatsoever. People had the desire to travel was so big. It was a massive will to get out finally, to see new places, to return to the places that you already know and love, that no inflation, nothing at all has stopped people from doing so. The other question is that people might be spending less money on their holidays, which is kind of true. People are not spending as much to go to bars, restaurants and cafeterias anymore because, the inflation and all that fun stuff. But people are still coming, people are still trying to enjoy. They're looking for cheaper accommodation options in order to spend the rest of the money for leisure, for some nice activities, for some good restaurant, tapas bar here in Benidorm, or just travel around and explore the zone. So there's plenty of possibilities, and we are really happy to see that tourism has grown so much, and it's even better numbers than back in 2019. The only issue is with Balearic Islands right now. It's really strange because a couple of days ago, even probably a week ago, what Balearic Islands have stated is that they are collapsing. Basically, they are receiving bookings non-stop. They don't know how to deal with it. They will probably stop booking systems, because hotels are really full. What has happened with it is that right now bookings have dropped by 10-11% more or less, which is good for them. So I don't see them having any kind of issue so far with booking systems. It's true that there's a lot of people that flooded to Balearic Islands for their holidays, that hotels were really full. Bars and restaurants are lacking staff massively, which is why it was a big issue. I can see where the issue was. But right now, bookings have decreased quite a lot. We are going full speed towards the end of the busiest period of the whole entire year, which is August month. So right now, bookings will slow down quite a bit. And there are already people that are booking for next year, 2023, for their holidays, which means that nothing is as bad as some newspapers, foreign newspapers especially, might state. So if you want really true information, from Spain, from Benidorm, whatever it is, you can check our channels, you can check the local newspapers, especially not olive press, not yellow press, not all these things, that just wants to scare people out, just like inflate a huge bubble of really not honest, like dishonest information to scare people from coming, you know, or just put some negative news in the air. But actually everything is really okay. You know, people are still traveling. We're enjoying lovely weather that we have right now here in Spain. And the last news that I wanted to share with you all is a truly bad luck that this hotel is having. It's something that has happened 2 days ago in one of the hotels in Benidorm. Luckily everything went fine. There were no victims, nothing at all. No one suffered or got injured. This is like the most important thing ever. But this hotel of Benidorm had to evacuate all 200 more or less guests at night at 4 a.m. in the morning, better to say, from their installations because they got a fire inside. Well, the fire actually was like nearby in one of the adjusted like buildings where they have all the electricity chains, like the main electricity like boxes. The fire was in there. However, due to the alarm, all people had to be evacuated before they knew what exactly was going on, you know, just in case, for precaution. And this hotel is Sol Pelícanos once again. I don't know the bad luck that they're having right now. It was not provoked, that's for sure. It was not something that someone did. It was just the issue with the electric box itself, you know, with the generator of electricity in there. That was the main issue. Due to various reasons it might happen, you know, it's just they were using too much of electricity. It was heated too much, you know, it heated itself too much and was not able to cool down. Some issues with electricity, with the wiring, for example, as well. You know, there are a lot of causes that might have caused this one. What the firefighters have said, actually I have a photo right here, you can check it out. What the firefighters have mentioned is that it was due to technical reasons. No one did it, so it's not something that people did. The good thing is that the people who are working night shift, you know, the maintenance, the reception area, they evacuated everyone really fast. So everything ended up quite fine. People were able to get back to their rooms shortly, like in a couple of minutes time, after they've seen that it's not something in the main building and it's fine to come back. But I mean, the bad luck they're having after the robberies and thieves of rooms and safety deposit boxes, now this one, it seems that they really have a year of bad luck this time. People were obviously in shock. A lot of them could not sleep during the last like few hours of nighttime because they were afraid something else might happen. But I mean, everything ended up fine, which is the most important thing. No one got injured, nothing bad happened whatsoever, and the hotel is working perfectly fine right now. This is the first fire in hotels this year, 2022. During the years of pandemics, nothing happened because, well, obviously a lot of the hotels were closed. However, back in 2019, quite a few hotel fires happened here in the zone, on some of the hotels at Poniente Beach as well, on the Levante side, which was something strange, but a couple of them did happen. Afterwards, a lot of the hotels during pandemics used this time to improve their installations, to make sure that everything is as it should be, working perfectly fine. If there were some issues, a lot of the hotels tended to resolve them, change wire system, change whatever they needed to do to ensure that it's secure to get back on track and welcome tourists back. But apparently, you never know what might happen. And this has happened in this hotel. Hopefully there's going to be no more fires during this year or upcoming years in the hotels here in Benidorm, because it's really scary thing to see, especially at the very beginning when you don't actually know what is going on, where this fire is, and if it spreads a lot or not. And now let's talk about the temperatures and the weather that we have right now here in Spain. There are some clouds here in Spain, but only on northern parts of it. Here in Benidorm zone, it's really sunny, nice and warm without any single cloud at all. I want to say that right now already we can notice that from early hours in the morning it's not as hot in here, so you can definitely have a nice walk. The sun is not burning from 7 in the morning, and in the evening it's also getting fresh, starting from 6:30 to 7 p.m. So definitely it's way better for exploring our lovely area in here, and especially at night there is not so much of a high temperatures, which is way easier for us too. In general, there are no alerts due to heat whatsoever here in Spain, so it's also a great news. And speaking about the heat, temperatures are still quite high in a lot of the areas, but there are no 40 something degrees as we had previous days and weeks in here. Today here in Benidorm we'll have around 32 degrees, in Alicante we'll have around 31, Barcelona 29, Granada 35 degrees, Malaga 30, Sevilla 37, Madrid 31, Murcia 34, Balearic Islands 31, Canarian Islands slightly warmer today, which is quite strange, but it happens some of the days, 26 to 30 degrees, and Valencia 30 degrees today. The water temperature will be around 28.2, which is more or less the same that we've had the previous days. This was the latest news update from Spain and Benidorm area. Today we were in the lovely village of Albir. I hope you enjoyed today's news. I wish you a lovely weekend and enjoy your holidays if you're coming to Spain. I'll see you already on Sunday with a new video here on the channel Benidorm by Ana, where we'll be showing you prices at Benidorm's bars and restaurants. I'll see you then. Bye.